welcome to today's segment of Preferred TV. I'm Heidi with Preferred Compliance Solutions, and today we will be presenting Preferred's compliance best practice for using generic email addresses. First things first, what is a generic email address? These are email addresses ending with @yahoo.com, @gmail.com, and so on. A generic email address is one that is not an official company email address, such as @preferredcompliance.com. In a previous segment, we discussed how it is not best practice to use a generic email address to send and receive income verification. That is still true. But let's talk about when we can use a generic email address. Let's say we have received an income verification through a good third-party method. For example, we received it by fax with an acceptable fax trail, or we received it by mail from the employer and they listed an email address on that form. Now we already have good proof of third party on the income verification, so the employer is stating on this third party form that this email address is a way to communicate with them. The email address can now be used for further clarification of missing information, and yes, even if it is a Gmail or Yahoo email address. Regulations state that electronic transmissions are a third-party verification of income. Therefore, once you have established a reliable source, anything you are able to verify by communicating with that source via email is considered a third-party verification. This method of communication with the employer will weigh more at the time of providing due diligence than a phone clarification noted on a clarification form. The same could be said about communicating with the applicant using the email address they have entered on the application for residency. When in need of additional information or clarification during the application process, rather than delay the process waiting for the applicant to come back to the office, you could always send them an email. Their response will be sufficient to move the file forward if the response comes from the email address that they provided on the application. Preferred Compliance recommends that you provide a space on your employment verification for employers to list their email address. This is a great tool that can be used to verify any missing or incomplete information. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and register to receive a copy of our free newsletter, The Compass, in order to stay up to date on all of the industry's latest news. These links will be in the description box below to make it easier for all of you to find. At Preferred Compliance Solutions, we believe that there's a good way, a better way, and the best way to ensure compliance. Stay tuned for our future videos to make sure that your practice is the best practice.